Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of the AVS show. Coming straight to you from New York City. Thank you once again for tuning into our channel. Make sure to subscribe, and throughout the entire show, you can join the conversation by dropping your comments below. AVS show want to say thank you for your support by giving away $250. Yes, it's still giving back season here at the AVS show. We are giving away $250. We're going to be picking 2 winners each week, okay? All you need to do is upload a video on Instagram telling us why you love the AVS show. Tag us and tag 5 friends, and don't forget to use the hashtag
AVS show 250.
Our second winner. Let me tell you about this winner. He is so determined that he posted a video twice.
Wow.
Okay?
That's our fun.
Drum roll, please. Second winner of the week of our $250 giveaway goes to Ayogana.
We see you. Y'all always leaving us wonderful comments.
Yes,
we love you.
He's been supporting the AVS show since day one. Always liking, commenting on our social media platforms and all of that. Ayogana, you just won yourself $250.
Yes, now it's time to turn up.
Yes.
Turn up.
No more cupcake.
Full cake.
We watch it on the side.
Yes, and Willie and all of those things, okay? Our producers are going to hit you up as to how you're going to receive your money, okay? Congratulations. Listen, you still have time to upload those videos, okay? So go ahead and keep uploading. Ayogana, you can win again.
Ayogana.
So keep those videos coming. All right, so we're going to move on. Let's start the show.
Yeah.
Glitz, what's going on?
So, Banky W, who we actually interviewed for One Africa. You know, Banky W is an Afrobeats artist. You know, he's the one also that brought out WizKid. So, you know, he's major deal. So he announced that he will be running for House of Representative under the MDP, the Modern Democratic Party, which sounds a little bit better than, at least there's something different. I didn't know there was even something different than PDP and ADP.
The main two.
The main two, APC. Okay, so he said our generation needs a realistic rallying point. He's saying that we need to stand up instead of complaining, we definitely have to stand up and do something. So that's what he's doing by running for office. Nice. He's taking it over. And I've met, Banky actually just is a cancer survivor, just went through huge treatments and everything, surgery, and now he's back. And Banky's always been an advocate, even before I even knew he was running. He's always been an advocate for what's right in Nigeria and what's going on and things like that. So I'm really happy to see somebody that I can relate to. Because I feel a lot of the leaders in Africa are not relatable to me personally. You know, not that age is anything there, but it's really great to have somebody that's both on, like, right in the middle. So, because he can relate to the younger kids, he can relate to us and the people that are older. So it's really empowering. He said his mother, you know, his mother came from a single parent household. He has, like, you know, a story of, you know, from rags to riches, kind of, sort of, in those senses.
And we like that.
Yes.
We like,
yes. And he's very successful. He is the brand ambassador of everything. Ciroc, Samsung Africa, a lot of different things. So he really can also bring better kind of funding options for us, investments, and think about infrastructure rebuild and industrializing in Nigeria. So it'd be really nice. It's House of Reps, but you definitely want us to go further. I do have a video.
You have a video, okay.
I have a video that I do want to show of him throwing his hat in the ring.
Oh.
Okay.
I have to tell you, I am under no illusions that this will be easy. Considering who we are going up against, some think that it's impossible. They said we don't have money to run. We said our strength is in our numbers. They said we don't have the structure. We said we will attempt to build it. They said, what if you lose? I say, what if we win? And so while we may not have a godfather, we have God. And we have intellectual capacity and integrity and the right intentions. And last but not least, we have a whole lot of hope. At the end of the day, hope may very well be all that we have. But I truly believe that it is all that we need. Thank you, and God bless Nigeria.
So what What do y'all think? What do y'all
What is he
think?
running for?
First of all, I saw
House
this.
of Representatives.
First of all, I saw this video. I saw this video. I thought he was preaching.
Tread lightly.
Honestly, what is he running for?
Hold on.
Tread
Hold on.
lightly.
I'm not treading lightly.
Tread lightly.
I saw this video and I thought he was preaching. First of all, with the piano at the background.
He sets his scene, he's the actor.
I'm not from Nigeria, but I have a lot of friends from Nigeria. And from what I'm seeing on social media and from the youth in Nigeria, the youth in Nigeria are not looking for hope. They're not looking for hope. They're looking for right now. They won't change now. Because those are the things that the old people were preaching. Hope this and hope that. Hope this and hope that. What is your platform?
No. Let me come
Okay,
at that.
so let me finish
Let me come
before
at
you
that.
come
Yes,
in.
please.
Because what is your platform? What are you going to give us when we vote
talked
for you?
about that.
Like what? What is this platform?
Listen, let me
What
come
is
at
this
that.
platform?
You said Nigeria.
What is this platform?
Can I say what I want to say?
Can he land?
You said Nigeria is not looking for hope. We're looking for change. That's a lie. Nigeria has been looking for change. That's why we've been voting all these animals in, because they came with the promise that we're going to change, constant electricity, constant this, constant that, and nothing happened.
Yes.
So do you want to sleep on that lie? You want to sit on that bicycle?
What is his platform?
Hope is a journey of 1,000 miles, and it starts with a step. Banky W is relatable and responsible and accountable, because
think so.
the people he's representing is to an extent going to put a dent on his name if he doesn't do the right thing. Banky W is more at our mercy than Buhari, because Buhari doesn't give a about you.
Any of us.
Buhari can do whatever he wants and you can't do nothing about it.
I agree.
Banky W cannot do whatever he wants right now. So he's putting himself on the spot.
Yeah.
We have heard it. All we do is complain on social media. Some of them will come on Instagram and be talking nonsense, talking about their governor, talking about the states. But what are you actually doing?
Absolutely.
I agree.
Banky W is going to come into power if they let him, and Banky W is going to cause a positive change.
I agree to the fact that we need somebody young. We need somebody fresh.
It's not even about young,
It is
it's about
young.
being relatable.
It is about young, because I'm sick and tired of seeing this old president that can't even walk from here to there. So I agree to the fact that we want somebody young and fresh. But for me, watching this speech, I didn't feel it. I didn't feel the passion. It looked rehearsed.
This is 30
it looked
seconds
like
of a
30
whole
seconds of a
seminar.
hours.
Since you watched it, miss, what is his platform?
His platform is empowering. You know, one thing about making stuff really change is community organizing, and that's what he's talking about. Organizing community to really look into themselves and also start to help in the process, because stuff is not going to change.
Yeah.
You say this all the time on the show, Charlie, that people have to do it. Stop talking about politicians. What are you doing?
What are you
so
doing?
he's talking about, he's shining the mirror and saying, what are we going to do
And there's
to
something
make
also
change?
significant he said in the whole seminar. When people come into power, they come with promises and change factors.
yeah.
But what they don't do is they don't engage with the community to find out what the people really need. Because you go into the Western world, you see a beautiful mall, you're telling me that you're going to build a mall. Do I really need a mall right now? Find out what the people really need. So he's connecting with the community. He's trying to find out what it is. This community need water. That's your major problem, right? If I fix the water, you guys will be happy, right? Let's get it. That is how you connect with the people.
What do you think, miss?
Okay, so hearing this speech, because I didn't watch the speech, but I did hear that he was running.
Then how would
for
you
office.
say something about what you didn't watch?
I didn't watch. Excuse me, I'm the one speaking, no, not Charlie.
I'm begging.
What is that supposed to be? Just say your point.
Anyway, excuse me.
say your
That was
point.
between you. So
Say
don't put
it.
me in the middle.
Say your point.
As I was saying, please.
You've been
I did
saying
not
it for
watch
a
the
while
whole.
now.
I did not watch the whole video. I'm just now saying I read that he was running, but I'm just now seeing the video. And from this little clip that I watched, I really thought he was running for something, so a bigger office.
No.
It turns out it's House of Rep.
Yeah.
And honestly, I feel like he came at it the right way. He said the things that are really relatable to us, the youths. And like you rightly said, he's at our mercy because he has a brand.
He's at our mercy,
He has a
yeah.
brand
He has
to
a lot
protect.
to lose.
He has a lot to lose if we jump on his back. All right? And so putting yourself at the mercy of the people, especially the youth, which is his target audience, is quite dicey. You know,
and risky.
It's very, very risky. I give him props for taking that step. If we keep saying that, no, hope is not what we need change, nothing would ever happen in that country.
Thank you.
He's not running for presidency, so we shouldn't look at him like all this Baba that cannot walk from here to here, according to you. But still, him being there I hope, right? Same hope 2019 would make a difference. My own question now is this. I hope when he goes there, he's not going to change tone.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
He's
get
not
what
going
you're
to
saying.
conform to the norm of the House of Rep floor, where when you go in there, people lobby you and you forget that which you went in for
they give you
and
big
start
bags.
to do something else. I hope that he actually stays to the script. All that which he has
Hold him
said
accountable.
is lovely and wonderful, but stay to it. We've always known him to be an upright man, and I hope he continues to walk that way, even on his journeys, the political journey.
Yeah.
I said my
It's your country, so I'm just stating my opinion.
But Charlie, we can't keep looking at things like that, though.
Well,
Either way,
I'm
Ghana
doing
is
it.
next to Nigeria.
Okay,
Whether it's my
We're
country or not,
African,
if a
Charlie.
war starts, it's going
Not
to extend to
everybody
Ghana.
believes
You
in
know that,
all that
right?
one African thing. Not everybody
believe
believes
in
in
it,
that.
but we got to start believing it if we're really going to see anything happen in
Right.
Africa.
Okay, so good. So I hope that works for you. What I'm saying is, by
It will.
watching it, I didn't feel it. I didn't feel it. It felt very rehearsed to me because there's been a lot of example of people going into politics to get some of their share of the money. So I really hope this is not the case.
It's not. Yeah.
Because Banky W's music is not, nobody's buying, that music anymore.
He
So
actually
now
has-
he's
his album
venturing into
sold.
politics. Venturing into politics to get some money. So I just hope
To get what?
That the way
Banky W is in a
some what?
10-year how many year contract with one Africa?
forget
Are
about
you
One
serious?
Africa.
10 years is almost up.
Okay,
It's not
come
about
on,
Africa. No,
Banky
it's not
W
about
has
money.
albums,
So
everything.
I hope, just the same way that he hoped to give you hope.
Hope will
I
happen.
hope.
You hope what?
I hope,
Hope
that
what?
he's not trying to do it for the money of it.
For the
That's
money.
it.
How much money
Yeah,
is House of
it's good
Representatives
that
paying?
you're- it's good
How
that you're
much is
hoping
he
that
paying?
You
one-
said that
one
he's
thing-
climbing up.
one thing
So
is-
How much
he's
how
climbing
much
up.
money is House
One
of
thing
Rep
you
playing?
wouldn't take from him is the fact that he actually is talented. Banky W is a
Very,
talented
very
man.
Yeah, he
talented.
memorized
Besides the-
everything
besides
and
the-
then
no,
he studied
no,
Obama's
he's a
speech and
talented
everything.
artist.
Besides
It's
the
not even
music
about
and
being
all,
talented, my
every great
dear.
politician we have,
Now your country,
every
oh.
great politician we have their speech. I have a dream speech. All that great speech that you've seen, all of them are delivery based on how much time you've gone through it on your head.
study
No,
it.
So
Happy
whether he
Dream
said
was written by Babe Rustin, so
whether
it
or
wasn't
not-
even, he didn't even write the speech.
Obama had all the speech written too.
Okay.
So great speeches are written by great
Now
minds.
your
There's,
country-
there's one point I have to make
Go ahead.
before we finish this topic. It's not about just being talented and his music is not doing well anymore. Listen, some people have plans. They have long-term goals.
Trajectory.
He has a
Trajectory.
legacy he's building. Some people have a plan. I've spoken to a very prominent artist in Lagos, Baba, not be small thing, as in he said between the age of 20 to 30 or to 35 and 40, all he wants to do is music. When he gets into 40, he wants to go into real estate proper. So he has a plan.
Yeah, Buhari
he's
had
done
a plan
singing.
too.
He's done building a legacy. He's done putting
Leave our
people on the,
president
on the,
alone. Buhari had a
on the
plan too.
limelight.
President Buhari
Right
alone.
now,
He had a
if
plan
politics
too.
is what he wants to do, perhaps he has planned. He has had this plan 5-6
Great.
years ago. So
Great.
don't tell me because the music is not that great.
And he's not only a singer,
successful
he's
as
an
an
actor.
actor.
He's successful as an actor.
He's
His
successful as a
movies
brand
are the biggest
ambassador in
movies
so
in the
many
world.
platforms.
But even if his music is not that great and he's a terrible actor, so what? He's making a branch into something else that might be
Legacy.
more fruitful, and I don't see anything wrong with that.
Good.
Let him go ahead and
You
do
know,
it. I wish him all
In
the
the
best.
long
That's
run,
it.
for
in the
him.
long run, we really just want something that's different for,
Yes.
for Nigeria. Let me just even say it in that thing. We want something different because the same is not working for us at all.
Since
Good.
1960.
So hope we are there for you.
That's what happened to Trump, though. They wanted something different, and
Oh,
we did
come
get something
on.
different.
Don't
So
compare
I'm just
Trump.
saying,
Don't- you can't-
I'm
don't
not
bring
comparing.
Trump up.
I'm comparing the fact that you wanted something different,
Okay,
right?
something different.
So that's what I'm
Something
going to get.
different would
Not
have
everything
been-
that glitters
I will
is
package you later
gold.
about
Something
presidents.
different.
I'll
Go
package
vote
you
for
later.
him.
I will
And I
package
hope
you.
Hillary.
that he
If you're
delivers.
talking
He
about
will
difference.
deliver.
I hope
He
so.
will.
All right, so let's move on. Let's see. Miss
What's the next
Spitfire.
topic? I even forgotten my topic, sir.
Eh.
You are stressing my brain out. See, this Yoruba,
stressing
speaking
yourself
of
out.
Nigeria, still on the same Nigeria and politics again and issues in Nigeria. Yoruba actor Remu Afolayan ranted on Instagram. He called Buhari Ambode, Mayor Ambode, bastards after immigration won't let his sister fly. So the gist is this. We have a video. Do you guys want to watch the video first?
Yeah, let's
before
see
I
the
start
video
talking?
because that rant went viral.
Yes, so he did. Oh boy, it went in.
What happened in the video first, and then we can watch
So
it.
in the video, he pretty much was talking to the camera, talking to the people, the viewers, telling us exactly, how he felt, what happened when he was trying to get into the airport, how they denied the airline was flawed, the airline airline company was flawed, the people at the gate, immigration and so would not let him enter, and all that craziness.
All right, so
Him
let's
or
watch
his
the
sister?
video.
His sisters.
His sister that was traveling. She was traveling to Paris.
I've never seen a country as useless as this country in my entire life that I've been in existence. How can I come to the airport? First of all, you are telling me to pay with my family, for my family to come into the airport, and you are telling me that you are paying, we cannot allow your family to come in because of security conscious. What security do you have in Nigeria? Tell me the security. If the bad people are going to come to this airport, won't they destroy the airport? What security? They should fire all those useless bastard immigration or whoever they are on that doorstep. Why will I come to the airport with my family and I'm not going to be able to go into the airport? It's so frustrating and alarming. When are you going to change everything? What is wrong with you people? My sister here is about to travel. She's not a citizen of Nigeria. Her passport.
Hey.
Wow. This is the kind of speech that I want to hear.
Oh, you want to hear
I want
speech
to
like
see.
this?
I want to hear the truth, raw. Tell us what is going on. The frustration, you could feel it. You could feel it. I support it. I said this is how you get change. By nailing it on the head.
To finish the uncle's rant, right? His sister is a French citizen, and they were trying to fly. Apparently, they told him that the sister should go and get a Nigerian visa. He said, Nigerian visa to where I'm leaving Nigeria, I'm going back to my country. So then the guy passes the passport to somebody else. That one says, you need to go and get a Nigerian passport. He said, Nigerian passport for what? Yeah. That her passport is fake. What do I need a Nigerian passport for when I'm going? If anything, you shouldn't even have to stop me if I'm going back. You should leave me and my passport to go back to my country and sort it out at the airport, port of entry when I'm at my country. Yeah. But he said, no, he has to go and get a Nigerian passport, and that became a whole thing. So he started calling out the parastatals and calling out the president and the governor and saying they're not doing an effective job. They can make all these things stop. And you know, but my anger with it was that the way he went at Ambode and the president. There are levels, there are due process, there are levels that you follow before you get all the way to governor and president.
Yeah, what's governor's business with
something that has to do with aviation, you know?
Yeah.
So I felt it was very interesting that that happened, and the fact that he actually brought about change, because FAN responded. Right. FAN responded and said that the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria hereby notifies all passengers and other airport users that access to the terminal building is free. All passengers and airport users are therefore advised not to give money to any airport official to gain access into the terminal. So that brought about change. Speaking out brings about change. If you keep saying that we should not say anything, we should just hope for change. We shouldn't be hopeful. I didn't say that. That's not what I said. You just said that in the last. That's why I said speak out. I didn't say that.
Charlie has a problem with the way you pass the message. Right. First of all, I'm totally embarrassed that in the 21st century, 2018, this will still be happening in Lagos, Nigeria. Because this is not a new thing. There was a time I was leaving the country. For the first time, I was going to South Africa. The immigration officer actually stopped me, took my passport, and claimed he wanted to look at it to see the visa. And then he had power over me. So he had my passport. So I had to give him money to get my passport back before I could get into the plane. So that is so embarrassing. First of all, they have no business. In the country, the whole human rights or whatever, if you are going back to your country and you have the passport of that country, you don't need any visa or anything. Even in America, if I'm going back to Nigeria now, I don't need a visa. I don't need anything. You understand? Because I have a Nigerian passport. They even go. They even want me to get out.
Hurry up.
We don't want to.
Even when your passport is expired.
Okay, so
even if it's expired.
I was just in Nigeria in March, so let me tell you my story.
So
he is absolutely right. Every step of the way, you have to grease somebody's palm. Every step. Even the lady that is selling toilet tissue in the bathroom, as a public bathroom, toilet tissue is free. She wrap your toilet tissue, give you small toilet tissue, you have to pay her. So it's ridiculous that first of all, there's no air conditioner when I went. Escalator wasn't working. So we are greasing all these palms for what? The first thing they're going to say, Auntie, welcome. Oh, do you have something for the girls? If it's girls. Do you have something for the boys? If it's boys. And that's everybody. If you want to move, and you can, they can say that. But if you don't pay up, your stuff ain't gonna move. You're gonna be sitting there stuck. You're gonna miss your flight because they can make you miss your flight. They can make you not get what you need to get. They can say, "Oh, we'll just be holding you in waiting." Even the truck, the hand truck, somebody else is selling it, but you have to go and pay somewhere else to get it. Absolutely. So everywhere you're going, and it's so frustrating when you come to an airport. You already have to prep yourself in the plane. This is going to be another 2 hours of my life of me having to pay and pay and pay and pay. If you don't have Naira, you'll gag. That's why you should maybe pack Naira when you're going to Nigeria, because you have to grease everybody just to move through, and it's horrible, and it's also, It just looks bad.
Yes,
Murtala
definitely.
Mohammed Airport is an international airport.
Yeah.
Our international airport is what our domestic airport.
worse, yeah.
It's horrible. Where is all that money that was put into the infrastructure rebuild? All of this nonsense, and we are still having the same narrative in
so many years.
2018.
Yeah.
It is so. When you leave the airport, you just want to go and take a hot shower and just
Go to bed.
cleanse yourself and say, "Hey, all I need is some suya now just to finish off."
I don't know why people are criticizing the way he went about it. At some point, you
have
get
to say
enough is
something.
enough.
Frustrated, yeah.
You get so frustrated. It's very inconvenient because when you miss your flight, sometimes you have to pay money. You know, sometimes you know there's nowhere to stay because you were sleeping at a hotel before. You know, so it gets really frustrated.
Yes.
And there are thousands of stories like yours where when they get to Nigeria, I don't know if it's jealousy. The people that work there, they are jealous of you flying out of the country or
flying
they are
back.
or flying back.
The way they'll be
I don't
looking
know
at
if
your
it's
passport, looking at
witchcraft
you.
or it's jealousy, but it needs to stop because the airport is actually like the gateway to the country, right? You're supposed to have the best experience there. Shout out to Ghana. I see the airport. I see it. I'm
Ghana
coming
doing
soon.
their thing
I'm
about
coming
airport.
soon.
Honestly.
So maybe you guys can learn from us. The hospitality, you guys can learn from
No,
us.
I can't fight
Our
this one. It's the
airport
bitter
people
truth.
are doing great. They are. They used to. You used to grease
Because
their
China
palm.
gave you guys
But
a
nowadays,
beautiful
when you
loan
go
for
to
that
airport, but nowadays when you land in our airport, they don't even have to ask you. You yourself will grease
You
their
just
palm
be like-
because the work that
Because
they
you're
are
happy.
doing in my country,
See passport.
Kotoka International Airport. Maybe you guys can learn from us. Okay, but I understand your frustration, and I'm glad that they were able to work something out for him. This can be very, very frustrating.
Okay,
I
so-
understand. Totally understand.
Everything that you guys have said is very great, it's true, right? Sadly, this has to do with individuals. The Nigerian airport, the Murtala Nigeria International Airport, is dysfunctional, true. The people that are there are the ones that are collecting money from people. They're the ones that do all these things, and heartlessly too. You're about to travel, they know that you tell them, "Sir, this is my flight," they're calling. They will tell you, "Hey, so," they pretty much bully you into giving them money. In his case, his sister missed her flight and they had to pay 160,000 naira to
Very
change flight
sad.
ticket, which is
imagine?
quite unfortunate because you won't let them gain entrance first. It's like a string of delays up
Yes.
until you get on
They're
the
trying to
flight.
make your life miserable.
When I was last time I went there, it was a whole thing. That's before they changed the checking in process. You had to go through one person's desk to go through your bags, and you go to another person's desk. And the whole time you're going through
They
your
still
stuff
do
and
that
they're asking you questions and telling you what is this, what is that, bring these things out. Then even when you go to where your luggage is, they've tweaked it that your luggage it looks heavier, it reads heavier than it
So
actually
basically,
is. So
corruption
they just
and-
keep doing
and-
all, and it's
Because they
not,
don't get paid.
it's not even it's not even the people, it's not the companies that are doing it, it's the people in the company because they're
Individuals.
underpaid,
Yeah.
hunger, starvation in the country. There is we say there is no jobs, but the jobs that they're doing, they're not getting paid well.
what's
They
your
have
message,
families
sis? They're
too.
listening.
They have families. So let us stop the greed. The greed is eating into our very marrow. It's our own cancer that is eating us up from the inside. This greed that everyone is displaying, from the toilet to the bathroom to the baggage claim, to even on the streets, market pepper seller, they will see something, they will see you that you're flashy. Meanwhile, if you go to Nigeria as you are, so they will knock you bill. I'm telling you. Something that is 200 naira, they will tell you it's 2,500 naira ma, and they will still say, okay, give me 500. So it's not fair that we're all greedy. We need to stop this greed. Love ourselves. Let's help each other grow. See how he's talking about
And hope
Nigeria?
that
You see how
change
he's talking
will
about
come.
Nigeria?
All right, so
Love
let's
ourselves.
move on to the next topic.
Oh my
Timani.
God. The next topic is back to Lagos, Nigeria.
Hey.
God, Nigeria has suffered.
We are so fast, small.
So this one is about the police PRO, Dolapo Badmos. She said something about feminism. She said on the stats that there's a rise in domestic violence, and she thinks that it has to do with the current feminism movement, that people don't have a full knowledge of what feminism means. So it's making people do the wrong things. So this is what she said. She said, so what is all this about feminism and feminists? I think a lot of people, especially women supporting feminism and claiming feminism, doesn't even have deeper knowledge of the word feminism. Feminism shouldn't drag you to a point of having marital problems. Please. Women are now claiming equal rights with their husbands and their families. Center cannot hold again. Before you begin to claim and join the movement, kindly understand what it connotes. It means a girl child. As a girl child, you have equal right to education as the boy child. You have equal right to place of work as the boy child. Equal right to position as your male counterparts. Yes, you even have equal right with your husband. But in exercising your right as a wife, it must be with all sense of humility and submission to your husband. African men are trained to take charge. Allow your husband take charge of the home. Stop dragging equality with your responsible husband. I have a feeling feminism has brought about too many domestic violence cases. Please, all men should note that on no account should they assault their wives, and also wives are not allowed to do the same to their husband. It's criminal to do such. I think a lot of people are getting these issues of feminism very wrong. So what do you guys think about it? Yeah, she is.
But I don't understand what speaking up for yourself has to do with I mean, it's two different things that she's talking about. Well, feminism does not mean that you can't speak. Feminism does not mean that you can't speak up if you feel like something's going wrong in your marriage or home.
That's not what she's talking about. What she's talking about is domestic violence. She
I know DV is up, but the woman is talking, is expressing something to her husband or not doing something that he wants her to do.
What she's saying, you can talk, but don't slap because you are now doing feminism movement.
But people get slapped because they talk.
I mean, exactly. So if somebody attacks me, I just stay there and sit there like, go to head.
You're not getting it right.
But what she's saying is what we are trying to break. We are trying to break the society norm of these African men thinking that they are above the women. Because she mentioned the submission thing again.
Yeah,
she mentioned it again, and that's what is killing a lot of our women in Africa because of the word submission. Even if your husband is cheating, your husband is beating you, your husband is yelling at you, abusing you financially, sexually, still submit. And that's what she's saying, and that's what I disagree with. Yeah. Women these days are not taking this anymore. No. They are getting into schools, they are working, they have no reason for you to be yelling at them and in the name of submission. You know what? You guys understand what I'm saying?
Because she's being contradictory. That's what I was trying to say, because she's saying that women should not... women have a wrong understanding of feminism. They think feminism is a fight back instead of a fight for equality. But at the same point, she's saying you should be submissive.
So I don't know feminist movement has led to increase of domestic violence. No, that's not the reason why the increase of domestic violence is increasing. The reason why it's increasing.
Social media, so we can upload it. That's why you see more instances of it in everywhere.
Let me make my point. So she's saying that feminist movement has led to increase of domestic violence. Lady, if you are watching, you need to go back and do your research because it is totally wrong. The reason why it's increasing in Lagos State is not because of feminism. It's because these men don't understand that you cannot lay your hands on anybody. You cannot do it. You cannot abuse your wife. You cannot have sex with your wife when your wife is saying no. You cannot do it. So preach to the men. Preach to the women who are abusing other men as well. So it's not feminism. You got the whole feminism wrong. And you're a cop? What school did you go to?
You know, it's funny that you said that because I'm looking at you like you are trying to correct our notion on feminism when you got it wrong.
Yes.
You can't correct someone on something that you're stating in reverse. Feminism, yes, it's about equality across the board. When it comes to the male and the female, even in your marriage. So me and Charlie go to work, we come back, we work 8 hours, we both strolling. Charlie goes into the house, puts his feet up on the chair and starts to watch TV. I'm running helter-skelter, trying to get the food ready, trying to get the kids ready for bed, and he's just sitting down there. So if I tell you, Charlie, as a Nigerian African man, Charlie,
me wash the dishes.
Not help me.
Problem.
I shouldn't have to ask you to help me with your children. Yeah. Right? Something that you should want to willingly do. But say, Charlie, the kids are running around. Can you do that with get them ready for the bed while I get food ready? Yeah. African man will carry you, put you in between his legs, and punch all your lights out. How dare you? I am the man of the house. So you being the man of the house means you just go to work and come back, which is exactly what I do. And then make babies.
Yes.
That's it.
And this idea of women letting men lead is not mandatory. They do it because they want to do it. The women do it because, you know, at the end of the day, it's a household, right? Somebody has to lead, right? There can't be two leaders because then they will clash.
Of course.
So the women want... Some women want that. They want the men to feel like a man and to make certain decisions. But women are still the neck, and without the neck, the head cannot move.
But why does you letting somebody lead make them feel like they're more important than anything? You know, in those sense.
I feel like
and
gender
also
role is
a gender role thing.
Who's teaching these young boys this nonsense? Number one, because this is not something that you are born. Oh, you are the leader. You follow the leader. No, you're not born like that. This is conditioned. This is like historical. This is coming from their father and their father's fathers. So who Who is teaching these men that notion that you are the leader?
It's society.
It's society, exactly.
It's
But
gender role.
but she needs to talk about what she's talking as a person who people listen to. Talk about what the guys are doing and what's happening.
Yes, and why.
And what's
Yeah.
happening because domestic violence has been huge in Africa.
Yes,
It's huge.
it didn't start now.
It didn't start now. It didn't start now. It's been huge. It's an
Social media
ongoing
just spread
issue.
awareness.
You know what I'm saying? Now that we're seeing us shining a light on it and creating like places for men to go to talk about it, we can talk about it, but they haven't beaten their wives to a pummel. So it has nothing to do with feminist movement or socialist movement. It has to do with just not really caring and thinking that you're better
And
than
as
somebody.
a policewoman, I'm really disappointed in her because people are supposed to come to you with these issues.
Exactly.
When women are being beaten at home, they're supposed to run to you to report these issues. And you're making statements like this. This is why most women don't come out with their stories. Because in a way, you are blaming
you're
these
telling them to
women
be submissive.
basically shut up
submissive.
and let them do it.
The
It's
atmosphere
really
kind
sad.
of like it doesn't allow. I mean, you go to the police station to make a report and tell them,
safe.
my husband is beating me.
They will
and
ask you, what did you do?
You come exactly.
Yeah.
They automatically make you
Blame
villainize
you.
you and
Yeah.
say that you did something wrong. When you're maybe you didn't even maybe you came back drunk and decided to beat up on you. But they say it's your fault, madam. If you cook man clear road for him, for what do you mean? So like if police like supposed to shelter or protect us says that, who do we then call?
I'm
Ghostbusters.
disappointed because normally
Come on.
men, we'll see a man coming out making the story statements, but as a woman, you should know this. You should know this. I'm really disappointed.
Her summary is totally wrong.
Wrong.
To say that feminism is the
It's
reason for
causing
increased
crime.
domestic violence.
did that
That is
survey?
totally wrong.
Based on what?
I don't know where
What
she did that
survey is
survey
that?
from. Yeah.
Who collected that data? We
Our
have to move on.
college.
We have to move on to the next topic. Governor Okot Abado was arrested this past week, after the police raided his home and found 8 guns,
8.
fraud bank statements, and a lot of electronics
Sure.
in his house. So
Like
he got
electronics.
like I don't know if it's like maybe
TV.
air condition, like a lot
yeah,
of
I was gonna say Yahoo.
Yahoo.
No, this is not
No, so
Yahoo.
this happened in Nairobi. So yeah, so got arrested. Can we just applaud because we don't hear stories like
Yes,
this of
true.
governors being
That's true.
arrested. So when I heard
That's
the story,
very
I was
true.
like, yes, Nairobi. They raided his home, found this item. They've been watching him for a long time, right? And this happened. So what do you guys think about?
So what is he running in his house? A gunslinging
Maybe
operation?
he's a gang. Maybe he's a gang person. You know,
And he's a
there's
whole
gang.
governor of
There's
Kenya.
gang stuff in Africa. Let's not
course,
lie.
we
It
know
happens a
that.
lot in Africa.
They were
know that.
investigating him for some time now over questionable amounts of 2 billion in their money. I don't know, in Nairobi money, 2 billion. And when they raided the house, they found the bank statements and all of those things. I went
Stealing.
back. I went back to research more, and he was released on bail. But releasing on bail doesn't mean you're free. You still have to come back to court and stuff like that.
And they're burning people for stealing Gary.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, does that make any sense?
No.
Go ahead.
I want us to focus on the fact that the police system at least is working in Nairobi, getting him arrested.
Yes, that's true.
And coming on to
Hey,
books.
we don't really know that though.
Yes,
it can be
we
a
don't get that.
setup. It can be. I mean, you can look at it different ways.
Okay.
It can be that the police system, is working in Nairobi in Kenya. It could also be that it's a setup from the opposition. It can be maybe it could be a vast majority of number of things. Just saying that the police got him and then he's out on bail already, may you know that he guns. I'm pretty sure they run those guns. Okay, they don't do running of
but
guns.
everybody has that right
But
to
they
bail,
run in.
though.
They probably
Yeah.
have
You
like
could
bodies
bail
on
in-
it.
you
Even
can
a
bail.
common civilian, when he's arrested, you have a right to
Denies
bail,
bail.
except the judge says
Denies
no.
No,
it.
yeah.
So maybe he had a right to bail.
But I looked into him. He's strange. First of all, he's really educated. He has his master's degree, a bachelor's degree in management and all of those things.
What school?
A while
Where did
ago,
buy
he
it?
was in jail the murder case.
What?
Yeah, he murdered the
Yeah.
girl.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
we
Oh, that's what I was
covered
like-
we covered the story
Yes,
here
we did.
where he murdered his lover
Okay,
for being pregnant.
Okay, so good.
Yeah.
So he
Oh,
was
it's
in
the
jail.
same person?
Yes, it's the same guy.
He's
So he
no
was in
good.
jail for a month over a murder case, and
Yeah.
the pre-trial is set to happen in 2019.
Yeah.
So this is like a double offense. Why is he still out?
Out on bail.
What
Exactly.
judge? Okay, so now I understand why you were making those faces.
Yeah.
What judge granted a bail for
To
somebody that is
like
under
that with so much crime.
Yeah, with so many crimes. It also goes back to maybe the power that he has as a governor And I was rooting for you. I was rooting for you.
Police or for him.
When they want to grant you bail, they grant you bail based on the fact that you're not at flight risk. You don't have the means to. You have something that keeps you grounded.
Away. Yes. Yeah.
In his own case, he's a criminal. He's a known offender. He's been related to. He's
a suspect.
He's been tied to an ongoing
murder
case for that matter, and then coupled with the fact that now they found him in the possession of like 8 firearms and fraud. How did he make it out on bail?
Let me tell you why, because he's a big man. He was already rich before he got into politics. So he has power, he has the money. Oh my goodness, you tricked me. Governor.
But I'm just saying, but it just speaks to like why are petty criminals or people that don't have money,
get punished.
They're in jail to 19 kiridim. And this one, he has murdered two people.
Allegedly
murdered a woman and his child, and a child and the baby, which was his girlfriend, allegedly, right? And then now you went to his house and you find arsenal. You find you could do war with the stuff in his house. There's money, there's electronic goods, and he is now out on bail again. I hope it's that easy when I do my crime.
People were commenting.
I hope it's easy.
People were commenting about the fact that he had guns in his house because they have the right to bear arms. Yes, you have the right to bear arms. Yes, 1 or 2 guns is fine. But 8? What are you fighting? You're fighting for the whole world? What do you need 8 guns for?
And
it just goes.
The other show, you made a statement the other show. We had an episode where you said, I asked you where these criminals get their guns from, and you did say that sometimes they get it from the police, and in this case they might be getting it from the governor. They are producing these guns to the street boys to go do their dirty work, sell crack, all those things, and come back with the money. Oh my God!
The politicians are the ones that fund. You know when you hear they seize the container coming in at the ports and they had guns in there. They're the ones that fund it because remember elections is coming up. They also fund all these
ammunition,
ammunition
and stuff like that. Even some of the bombings that happen in the north, they are all orchestrated by the politicians. Strategic bombings and everything. They fund them. Most of the containers that they hold at the high sea, those containers that never land, most times they are filled up with ammunition and they are funded by the government, by the politicians. So to have 8 arms or firearms in his house, it's not for his personal use. It's definitely for distribution.
For his goods and the thing. So
it sucks because he's, like I said, he's really smart. He went to school. Why won't you use that?
He did.
Your degree. Oh, he did?
He used it.
He used it.
He used it. That's why he's able to play.
Did he get this degree or did he go to computer
this is a good example then. So let's get the ball rolling. I need you to arrest other people as well. If you want a whole list, I will come back next episode, bring you a whole list of people that I think should be arrested. Because they are doing some things in Africa.
What?
Are you telling me
that? Some things.
They are doing major moves. They're making money moves, illegal money moves. Of course. But they are making them. So I need them to get the ball rolling on this.
And stop lining your pockets with our community's wealth. Like, there's enough for everybody to eat. You do not have to feed your family for generations of stealing our money.
Yes, you do.
They be trying to feed their families for generations. We don't, literally, steal enough for just you and your family now. Don't steal enough for you and your 10 grandchildren that are going to come after. Please.
And
leave off with something.
Nairobi, listen to me. Can this trial be televised so we can all watch it?
And I hope he's not governor anymore. Is he still governor?
He went back. He went back. The show must go on. I don't know what.
Are you serious?
We'll give you guys more update on this story. We love you for tuning in. Let us know in the comments your thoughts on these topics. Okay. Until next time, you're watching the ABS show. This is Mina TV. Bye.
Thanks for watching, and if you liked this episode, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you next time.